should be starting. We are now live. Just a little bit delayed on that one. Okay, now I just need to share this to one more group, and then we are ready to go. So hold on a second. I'll share to 4, so share to one more. Kind of strange that the one group that I help out once in a while in moderation, I don't get that function quite yet, but yeah, it's fine. So more options, share to a group, and then okay, there, and here we go. Hey Jerry, hold on, I'm gonna wait for the splash screen to come up. There is a bit of a delay between the alert box and chat box and whatnot. Okay, it looks like the notification is not coming up. Something is bugged with the alert box and chat box. But Jericho Alagan, thank you for liking the stream. Hope you had a great week. Yeah, it's a very, I would say, we're only like a few days away before the end of the year. Hope you're having a great year, all things considered. And you know what? Let's just get right on it. So we're doing corset draft, basically something different once in a while, and what we'll see how many of this fills up. Usually this one does not fill up as much compared to say a Ravnica mixer or other such draft because it's corset. But if anything, it helps reinforce fundamentals. It's relatively unique and it should still be a good experience. Also, why is the alert box and chat box not showing up? Hold on. I'm gonna move these up to the top. Maybe something's blocking it, I suppose. Yeah, it's a bit, yeah, things are a bit wonky these days. But I did see your like, so there we go. Now we're just waiting for one more person to fill that open seat, and hopefully everyone remembers to press the ready button when it happens. There we go. So time to press ready. There we go, and we are live. And right off the bat, something interesting. We got the Death Baron. I do like going into blue black here. Though I would prefer to get into flyers. That said, Death Baron, I actually have all copies of it already, so I don't particularly need it. But we can start. But it is easy to go into skeleton zombie tribal here, so we will take that one. We're still on the lookout for blue black. There isn't that much in the way of blue, so we might be able to keep taking into that. Hold on, why am I not able to take? There we go. And okay, the blue is a bit unassuming. There is a lightning strike, which is great. Reassembling skeleton is annoyingly fine, but it's just annoying. I am willing to pass on that. We could do black red. I've been doing a lot of black red recently. Luminous Bonds is actually quite fine. We can also do white-black life gain, which that is a thing as well. I'm more likely to do the lightning strike though. Now this, we didn't exactly pass that much red, so we'll take the lightning strike for now. But we're not that locked into red. Although it looks like it wants us to go into red. They're giving us a lot of good red cards. Like Electrify is generally good. Rise Up from the Grave. It's from a graveyard, so we can borrow our opponent's stuff. So that is a thing. Electrify is also quite good as well. I'm probably gonna just take the Rise from the Grave for now, since that's probably one of the better cards. Now we have to make a bit of a decision. There's a Hieromancer's Cage, which is generally better than Luminous Bonds. I could go into Infectious Horror. I would rather have Infectious Horror over any of these 5 drops. I would rather stick to black for now. It is a bit soft to shock and the like, but I'm willing to take that one. Oh yeah, also thank you for sharing the post. Yeah, it's something's weird with the sources here. I'm probably gonna have to build these up again. Yeah. Hold on. Properties. Looking for old alert box settings, global alert delay, maybe lessen the delay for a bit, but that's all. That's all I can do from here. I'm gonna have to remember to change this setup when I am off stream. Technically, I should. Okay, here's gonna be a widget test. Okay, so that one works. So we're just having a bit of wonkiness there. So some weirdness. Well, we can so we are passing a lot of red now. As much as I like to take Electrify, Lich's Caress is generally a lot better here. We are getting a lot of more spells compared to creatures, so that is a concern, but it's still relatively early. We can easily get more zombies later down the line. So we're actually quite fortunate to have a kill to get a kill spell. Although most of the kill spells here are gonna be like 5 or 6 for black. So we need to have a lot of early game, which is why I'm a bit unhappy with Infectious Horror. The Death Baron is still, it's at least interesting. I can't complain too much about that. Yes. Okay, so nothing really exciting here. I might just take the Unaki. Oh, well, I can also take the Isolate just to say I got a rare. Well, I already got a rare from the Death Baron, although that just nets me gems. It's fine. I'm not really that interested in Isolate anyway. Abnormal Endurance, Sovereign's Bite. We're not that aggro. But would I rather take... I guess I could take the Onake Ogre just to have an aggro start. It's just an... I still prefer that over Sovereign's Bite. Although, that's the thing. If we had taken a white card earlier, I probably would have taken the Sovereign's Bite. Because that was kind of perfect in terms of like you deal 3 damage, you gain 3 life. That's the threshold, especially for Core Set 2021 for the life gain payoffs. If we had gone into there, we would consider that. Epicure of Blood available in... No, this is a bit... Okay, now, generally I would say the Stitcher Supplier is better. The problem is... We don't exactly have any big payoff. We have a Rise from the Grave, but if we mill that and accidentally, that's really bad. I'm actually going to just take the Epicure of Blood. We have way too many 5-drops for my comfort, that's for sure. So... Well, we did get a Walking Corpse, so there is that. Goblin Instigator is another option, but we will prioritize zombies here because of the Death Baron. We're not too married to our red pick quite yet. So for the most part, we're just married to black. We're not exactly, and I think we're gonna kind of stay there for as much as possible. Though pick 9 is gonna probably have something to say about that. Yeah, we are still kind of open to shifting towards white-black gameplay, though white is not so much. We got another Walking Corpse, Abnormal Endurance. That affects a bit time a dozen. We kind of need to have an earlier gameplay. Viashino Pyromancer is what I do like here. Something to fill up the early part, something to just keep them doming damage. That's pretty much the gameplay of Black Red, so we're going for that. Tormenting Voice over Sure Strike. We don't exactly have card draw, so I might take the Tormenting Voice here. Sure Strike is good also, but we are likely to get Sure... But we also have access to Sure Strike in the next core set, if I'm not mistaken. And, okay, looks like it's all green from here. We're not... Green... Not that very... It's super good mid-late, but even then, it kind of needs an assist color there. It's not that great on its own. That's kind of why I pretty much leaned on the other... Okay, Macabre Waltz, that is also a thing. So we kind of want to emphasize on creatures at this point. Onaki Ogre is probably our weakest red pick here. Trumpet Blast is probably even weaker, but we could consider that. And there we go. That's pack 1. We got planar cleansing, but okay, I like Boneclad Necromancer, but that's another but that is another 5-drop. Flame Sweep, always good if but it also hurts us as well. That's an issue. I might just take the planar cleansing just to say I got a rare, because nothing else is that exciting. I probably would take the Flame Sweep. If I didn't have that, if I was in black blue, or if I didn't have this many 5-drops, I would have taken the Boneclad Necromancer. But that also comes around quite a bit. So not optimal play, but at least we are getting some extra value there. Technically, I kind of wish we were in white, but I still haven't regretted this one quite yet. The regret might come later. Actually, no, Onake Ogre is still fine. Even if it's a 4-2 and just trades with a 2-2. It also trades up really well. Like, it will trade with a 4-drop or even a 5-drop in many cases. Looks like a lot of people. Well, actually, we have to be fair here. It's a core set draft, but that doesn't necessarily mean most of the people doing the core set draft have actually played core set draft. Okay, Shock is relatively good. There's an Embodiment of Agonies, which checks for different mana costs. We don't have much of a variety here. Ember Hauler is fine, but I think I want to stay double black over double red. So I might just take the Embodiment of Agonies here. So this is a horrible early gameplay, but and now I kind of regret not taking the Stitcher Supplier if I knew I was going to get this one. But still, having access to a flying creature does help. I would prefer, that's why I generally prefer blue-black, but black has some serviceable flying creatures. It's not the end of the world. We can still push with that. So Barret. Okay, we got Barony Vampire, not so great. There's another rare. We can just keep rare drafting, because otherwise, what am I gonna take? Not the Holy Indenture. Probably the Blade Brand, if ever. Yeah. Before Memory Deluge, we had this, and we loved playing this. Now everyone's just all in Memory Deluge. Yeah, I'm not too enthused with taking a 3-2, so we're gonna just harvest these rares. Yeah, we're getting a little bit greedy here, so that's something to consider. Yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing the comments. It's very weird on the, so I have to actually look here. Yeah, mono black is something to consider. Oh, you bought the 2 Crimson Vow bundles. Nice. So you're ready for it. Okay, there's another. Dread Presence is a 4-drop. Yeah, at this point we can already consider mono black. I'm already willing to cut the Onake Ogre at this point. Yeah, sorry, something is weird with the. Hold on, let's see. Maybe I could refresh this, because the widget is weird. Refresh cache of current page. Okay, let's refresh that. Maybe that fixes it. No, Streamlabs is broken. So I'm basically having to read all of these on the side. That is a bit of an issue. Ogre Siegebreaker. Okay. I'm willing to take the Ogre Siegebreaker here, but okay, on the theory that we are going for mono black, do I want to take the Boneclad Necromancer? Because this is a good reason to. Well, it's a reasonable reason. It's not a very good reason. We have all of these, so I'm not in any pressure to take it. My concern is the number of 5-drops. I really don't want to take any more. Oh, fine, let's take. I'm only taking that because of the mana cost. Nothing too dire. Fathom Fleet Cut. Well, Fathom Fleet Cutthroat is a thing as well. Infuriate is also a possibility. Yeah, it looks like the red is not going so well. We might as well try the mono black plan. Yeah. So far, if it's a super light splash on red. Yeah, now is a good time to get this. I don't need another Temple of Mystery. We'll take the Boneclad Necromancer now. The number of 5 drops is what's killing me, though. I did pass on a few early drops out of greed, so I need to consider that might be my fault. Also, yeah, what's wrong with Streamlabs? I definitely don't want the second one at this point. We don't have that many elemental spells, so I'm probably just gonna take the Unchained Berserker. At least we have an early game plan, but it's a bit annoying that all of it is in. Well, technically, only 2 of them are. We need red immediately. The other 2 we can kind of wait. Yeah, we got another Boneclad Necromancer. I could just take the Salvager. I could just take the Salvager of Ruin instead. I don't want to take... Mind Rot is a consideration, but... Actually, Mind Rot might not be such a bad idea. We'll take the extra creature, though. Because we could definitely use more creatures, even if it's just to block stuff. Vial of Dragonfire is kind of fine. If anything, if we start cutting red, the Vial of Dragonfire is okay enough replacement. It's not a very good one, but it's okay. We are getting some of these cards back. We actually even got the Blood Burglar. I would like to take the Feral Abomination, but I think there are better picks than that. See, we got the Mind Rot anyway. So, let's say we cut the Tormenting Voice. We might cut the Unchained Berserker. We can technically go all in on black just based on how hard we cut black here. And we got... Well... That's a signal if anything. We're definitely taking the Demonic Embrace. Yeah, could use more copies of that, but just giving something a flying all of a sudden, that's going to be a big beat. We're definitely taking this one. I'm going to try to see if I can keep up with the comments because... Yeah, it's very awkward that... Also got Chandra's Incinerator. We don't quite need it. I might just take the Skeleton Archer. Caged Zombie... Sure. I preferred the other one. I might just take the Skeleton Archer here. Our curve could be better though. Bloodfell. You're definitely taking a Bloodfell Caves at this point though. Heartfire Immolator would be interesting, but we're definitely taking the land now. We can... The Ogre Siegebreaker is a question mark. The Fathom Fleet Cutthroat is... Actually, both of them are okay now that we had waste... Oh! Now we're getting all the red burn. I guess if we're gonna stick to red, we can just do it for the burn. We probably should just take the Soul Seer in this case. So red is our removal color, so pretty fine. We can just cut the artifacts, although we can just cut the artifacts for the most part. Yes. Let's see, how do I don't like the okay, let's do the chat box again. Maybe that would fix it. Add source, chat box. Yeah, it's still not displaying properly. It's messed up. I guess it might be an issue between this and Facebook, so that could be a thing. Chandra's Magma. I might just take the Village Rites just to give us access to some card draw. Gloomsower. That's a good... I'm more likely to reanimate something our opponent has though. So we'll just probably take the Village Rites. We'll figure out where to put it in. Yeah, I'm just looking at the comments on the side because I can't seem to get the comment. Oh wait, there's 5 comments, but I can only see 4. What the heck? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to change this up. There's 5 comments, but I can only see 4. What the heck? Hold on. I'm gonna okay, have to so change this. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to do it like this. Okay. I might take a Caged Zombie now. This is probably gonna replace the Barony. Treacherous Greed is okay, but we're gonna try. We can replace the Barony Vampire this way, actually. We got Crypt Lurker, which allows us to draw cards. What 4-drop could we replace? Most likely the Infectious Horror. That's the weakest one. It is very aggro, but I don't feel like we're that aggro enough. So actually, with this one, we can do a 10-7. We can do a 10-7 split on lands. I might even do a 10-6. Kinetic Augur's a no. Darfleet Warmonger is a maybe, but probably not gonna run it anyway. Is there any of these that we're missing? No, we have all of these. Okay. The Ogre Shieldbreaker might not even make the cut either. Okay, so we got a Blood Glutton, another Caged Zombie. But since we have a Macabre Waltz already, I'm probably going to just keep. I'm not gonna take the Sanguine Indulgence. We don't exactly have that much in the way of life gain. Blood Glutton would be nice, but again, we have way too many 5-drops. Just take another Caged Zombie. And another Caged Zombie. Burn Bright is an option. I'll just take the Caged Zombie. Yeah, so not interested in any of these. We'll just take some of these off to the side. Yeah, that... Well... Wait, we completed our Pack Leader rares. The Phantom Fleet Cutthroat still kind of makes sense, but I am actually willing to cut that one. No, I might have to cut the 5-drop instead. We might just cut the Epicure of Blood because we don't have that much in the way of life gain. Like, the Caged Zombies only nuke our opponent, it doesn't help us gain life. So there we go. We have a decent curve. We are super aggro, so that's something to consider. We can go 10-6, actually. Like, how many red cards do we have here? We only have 1, 2... We have 3 red cards. So I'm willing to go 10-6. In fact, we might go 10-5. The Salvager of Ruin... It's a bit sketchy. I am willing to swap it out with any of our other black cards. But otherwise, this looks quite reasonable. Yeah, that's pretty much how I sum it up. So hopefully we do really well with this one. Not too certain how. Yes, I'm still trying to fix it, but it's also possible that Facebook did something. It kind of broke the interaction between. It's possible that it broke the interaction with Streamlabs, so that might be an issue. So apologies if I'm not. Yeah, well, I wanted to do all black, but we kind of need the extra. We kind of need the little extra help. I might even consider adding a little more red over time, but this one. But so far this is fine. Yeah, we have access to. Fairy Miscreant. We'll probably lead on Bioshino Pyromancer first because that nukes our opponent for more damage. Opponent goes Mistcaller. Opponent is giving us a lot of targets for... Our opponent's giving us a lot of targets for the Skeleton Archer. Now, there's an argument for going, say, Blood Burglar first. Because, it makes us dangerous on the swing and we could hold back the Lightning Strike. Yeah, that might have been a mistake. We should have led with Blood Burglar. We didn't need to do this immediately. And... yeah, I don't see a reason to block any of these. Opponent not doing anything. Our opponent might have a counter spell. So if they do, I'm actually gonna just lead on Walking Corpse because it's the more insignificant one. Yeah, if they have a counter spell, they're not gonna counter it. Opponent goes Loaming Shaman for... and there is no snakes. There is Hunter's Mark though. Unfortunately, we did not hit that land. We'll see if our opponent has it though. They might have a combat trick where... I'm trying to remember if they... oh, I think they have a combat trick that increases toughness. So we can't exactly swing quite yet. So maybe yeah, if we weren't gonna do that, we were better off doing Blood Burglar. Opponent not exactly... well, we're not exactly hitting our lands either, so that's an issue. This is an instant at least, so we do have an option. So we better swing first if we want to have that option. Mistcaller. Okay, since our opponent's not doing that, we'll just drop the Blood Burglar. Opponent? They did hit their 6 mana now. We just need to hit our mana as well. That's the catch. Well, that's it. Now we have the Lich's Caress for that. We just kind of need to hit something with it. So... I'm gonna play the Skeleton Archer, snipe the Fairy Miscreant, because that's kind of getting in the way already. Then... just need to hold back. If we draw a land that's a swamp, we will probably just run Dread Presence. Opponent is flooding really hard here. Giant Growth, I don't think it's Giant Growth. Giant Growth is... they definitely have a Giant Growth-like effect. Maybe not at 1 mana, but they definitely have something. We are gonna Chump Block. Oh, well, change of plans. I could have played the Dread Presence first and just played this one. This would have allowed me to snipe these small guys. We're gonna swing first, see if our opponent actually has anything. Because they're down to that one last card. Toughness not so relevant here. Come on, show me your combat trick. You've been holding on for so long. Well, if our opponent's not gonna play I'm really scared to play this one. I would actually rather just play the Dread Presence right now. Yeah, let's just play the Dread Presence. They definitely could just be ho- they could just definitely be holding on to, like, how would you say this? We'll take that hit. Yeah, opponent now has 2 cards up. Yeah, opponent's just doing the chump. Heroic Intervention. Oh, they had that. Well, so I will just play the Caged Zombie to give us to give us a blocker. But at least we got that out of the way. Yeah, I figured they had something. Opponent's down to 1 card again. They could have a second one, which would be really annoying, but let's fire this off now. Yeah, they didn't have anything. Okay. Yeah, that one was very scary. Yeah, yeah, not giant growth, but definitely something that had um there is definitely like one of those +1/+3 gets reach, that sort of effect. It doesn't untap it. Yeah, we managed. Yeah, I think our opponent is now kicking themselves for prematurely firing off the heroic intervention. Oh, come on. You do have something, right? This is a horrible time to be salty now. Okay, so you know what? If while we're waiting for our opponent to decide what to do, what are you looking forward to in Crimson Vow? Actually, oddly enough, I'm actually interested in the werewolves that are coming out. The Disturb cards, not so much because they translate into auras. A few of them change into curses, which is actually interesting. The vampires, they are a bit aggro, but they've actually gotten a more control element because of the blood tokens. They could still definitely be aggro. In fact, it looks like red-white is the real aggro color now. So that is something that's definitely new. Black, green, blue, self-mill, something to consider. Yeah, the payoff now for the self-mill is actually a lot better. With their signpost uncommon, that's actually a nice one to get into. Green, black, we might see a Sultai mill. Zombie support. Oh yeah, zombie support would. Oh yeah, they. Geralt is probably the best zombie support. Like, what's worse than zombies? Flying zombies. Oh my goodness, that would be a real nightmare in any horror movie. Yeah, so yeah, Geralt is a big zombie support. There are actually several cards that convert creatures into more zombies. This time without decades. So yeah, I think a zombie go wide plan is very reliable too. Yeah, opponent just let it go. Man, I think it is what it is. Well, it's also possible our opponent did flood out a bit, but they did have a 6-drop, so they kind of needed it. Yeah, I think it's mostly from the heroic intervention. The heroic intervention to protect the 1/2 is a real feel bad. Now, truth be told, it also protected the Divorce Claw for an additional turn. it may have backfired on our opponent that because they kept holding something back for so long. That really backfired on our opponent. It made it look way too suspicious. So, Cage Zombie if we must. We can also Mind Rot if we don't hit anything better. But Goblin Instigator. I think what we do is we do the Cage Zombie first. It gives us a blocker. They might have a Burn Bright, but okay, they don't have the Burn Bright. So with that, we can now kind of unload a bit. We actually want to unload a bit later. Like, we want to hit our opponent's good cards, so like 5 drops and whatnot. We could swing, but 3 mana this early, super suspicious. Yeah, so opponent's just discarding to draw cards. Okay. We do have a Trail of Possibility. We ended up cutting it. Ticket Crasher. Okay, sure. So I guess now is a good time to Mind Rot. We're not Mind Rotting ourselves. What did they discard? Creeping Trailblade? Eh. So that was a bit of a miss. Our opponent discarded all the light cards, and now we have to deal with the heavy ones. We did hit a Boneclad Necromancer. This is from a graveyard. Oh, nice. So we just need to, like, say, find a way to take out the Fire Elemental. That'll give us something good to get back. We have single 1/1 card. Oh, hey, look, Fire Elementals from different Is there an elemental in 2020? There might be an elemental in 2021, but you know what? We'll run the Dread Presence first. If our opponent has the removal for this, so be it. They probably do. Oh no, it's just Talons of Wildwood. It makes it more annoying. So opponent's going for it. They might have a pump effect. They could save one card. I don't think they can save both. So they're not saving both. So which Fire Elemental should I take? We'll take the one with the Jaya Ballard code. That one's always good. And more importantly, we have we have 5 different costs. So Embodiment will be a 5/5 flyer, which is really good. Also Salvager of Ruin. We'll play that first. Then play Embodiment. Nice 5/5. I could swing with this first, but it just ends up in their yard anyway, so that one's a moot point. I probably swing. I probably don't want to swing, actually. Because our game plan now is to take it out in the air. If our opponent manages to... They might be forced to take out the... Yeah, they're forced to take out the Salvager of Ruin first, which makes sense. So now we can kind of hold back a bit and just... Opponent has a short sword. Yeah, they're all in on the Ticket Crasher. We have a Soul Seer, so we have to be careful. Our opponent... That's why I'm actually kind of holding this back. If our opponent swings with it, that means they have a combat trick. So we want to hold back the Soul Seer as an answer. Shame it's not a swamp, but can't win them all. We are kind of getting there now. Opponent has Volley Veteran. Deals damage to a creature equal to the number of goblins. They can snipe Dread Presence. Actually, what we can do is we can wait for targets. Oh, they're just going for the Caged Zombie. Let's use this to find out what their last card is. So if we draw a swamp, we win on the spot. Nope, we drew a walking corpse, not swamp. But that was a very good sequence. I'm not gonna... If I don't have to swing with these, I won't. Yeah, opponent getting a lot of use from their tout. Yeah, Spark Tongue Dragon. 3 damage to any target, most likely the Dread Presence. Okay. They still can't swing. Oh, we just missed it by a turn. Yeah, we're gonna hold this back. Yep, and that's it. They bought themselves well. They did the right call in sniping the Dread Presence. That we were kind of hoping for that to win the game immediately, but yeah, we got that one. I think our opponent's swinging just to trade the 2 creatures for our 4 creatures. It's really hard to say. We were gonna have a larger board. Our opponent doesn't know that we have a Burn Bright, but it's on our sideboard. They don't know if we have something like that main deck. I might actually consider it, but that's only good if you're winning. If you're losing, it doesn't. Also, Burn Bright, if I'm not mistaken, it's attacking creatures, or is it creatures you control? No, Trumpet Blast. We didn't draft a Burn Bright. We drafted the inferior Trumpet Blast. Also, we convinced them to. I think the other, also a lot of minor things like. Well, to be fair, using the Ember Hauler to kill the Salvager of Ruins is technically a good play. It's not like our opponent. Our opponent kind of telegraphed that they did not have a flyer for the embodiment. We have a turn 2 play. If we don't draw a 3rd land, we're in real trouble. I'm gonna mulligan this one. Not better. It's actually worse. Well, it's slightly better in the sense that we have both our colors, so even the Viashino Pyromancer is not so bad. But we kind of know we're already in trouble. We need running lands at this point. Opponent has the mono green. Well, track down is not an aggro play, so we can buy ourselves a little time with just the Pyromancer. Oh, they're green-black. If the Pyromancer can stay alive long enough, we will Village Rites. Okay. I will swing first. Okay. I'm a bit concerned with playing Death Baron, but yeah, we'll just play the Death Baron. If they have a kill spell for it, it's fine. The upside of Skeleton Archer with Death Touch is a bit too hard to ignore. Our opponent, it looks like they don't have any early plays, so that's a bit interesting. Brash Taunter. It's target opponent. Well, I'm glad Souls will take 5 damage, but we get it out of the way. Good riddance. That's why you splash. Yeah. But now our opponent, hold on. We just need to hit the other land. for the time being, we can technically still swing. Now we'll hold the village rights in case our opponent has removal spell of some sort. Okay, they're back up to 6. We just choose target. Those players sacrifice, reveals the top card. If it's a permanent, puts it up. They're gonna make us sacrifice the Death Baron, so they'll sacrifice a land. We'll sacrifice. They could make us sacrifice a land also. No, they're gonna make us sad. Each player sacrifice this way reveals the top card of their library. We'll actually let the sacrifice happen because we might hit our land. That we did hit our land. So we take 6. Now, oh, they had the rights from the. I was gonna do that. Hold on. Do we have a way to punch through? Yeah, I guess we're going to actually just sack this Pyromancer now. Unfortunately, we don't have the mana for this tool. I can snipe the Bristling Boar. Yeah, it's a shame. Okay, if I do Macabre Waltz. Now, technically, I could have also just brought that one back from the grave. That's another thing we could do. Yeah, in fact, that might be better. Actually, no. Yeah, the problem is our mana. It's awkward. Like, we're gonna take 6. We're gonna take 7. Yeah, it's a good game. Our opponent had the plan for it as well. That was we had the plan for that, but well, looks like our opponent had the better one as well. I have to agree. It's a bit of a stretch considering our opponent just landed the big dragon. We had an out for it, but we didn't have, the timing was off. Hey, Tim Sobcat, thank you also for reacting to the video. Sorry you can't see it up right now. We can't see the reactions. Something is wrong with Streamlabs today. Like I couldn't get the alert box up. I couldn't get the chat box up. It's been super wonky. It's like it's missed the connection with the mini feed, and I have no idea why. Hold on. Click to note. You don't have notifications. No, I have plenty of notifications. What's up? Okay, we're definitely keeping this handle. Turn 2, Vampire. Turn 3, Caged Zombie. We'll try to hold off the Death Baron for as long as possible. Drawing into more lands, not exactly... Actually, it's fine. Oh, maybe it's fine. Today, wait. Okay, okay, Lofty Denial's fine. Well, that was our only turn 2 play anyway, so be it. We could just be sitting on a ton of counters, which is really bad because we're flooding so hard. Okay, we hit the Walking Corpse. And if our opponent has an answer for this, we can just Village Rights to draw into more cards. Yeah, counter spells are still a thing. It helped that our opponent was... Okay, that looks like a mistime. You don't need to cast that soon, unless you're trying to pretend you have something. Hold on. Okay, Lofty Denial has counters unless you pay 1. Since I'm planning to hold up village rights, let's just... Let's see what our opponent has. The concern is we do have to crack this eventually. And we don't have that many creatures on board to make it worth it. Unholy Indenture, when it dies, return... Oh, can't read. We do have kill spells for that, but it is a real feel bad. It does mess up the timing because I think this... No, it just returns it straight. It doesn't even return it tap. Yeah. Well, but our opponent is swinging, so we'll take. I don't think that's right when you're about to take 5. Okay. I have no idea what our opponent has, so let's empty it. Ooh, they had the Rise from the Grave also, so it's a good thing we nuked that one. Our opponent's probably going to start holding the Mask Blackguard back. They can technically even pump it. Infernal Scar... Well, they're going all in. They're also racing when they shouldn't. They probably have something. I might just play the Fathom Fleet Cutthroat just to... Yeah, just to put something on board. You can... Fine, you can take the village rights. Skilled Animator, but nothing to animate. Our opponent's down to 1. They do have to block at some point. I'm gonna hold the swamp back in case we... Yeah, this is... Our opponent was forced to play that. They didn't have anything good for it. And that's game. They have no... They don't even have enough blockers. Yeah, you might as well. Yeah, slightly unfortunate for our opponent. It's actually very... I'm actually very curious as to why they decided to discard those spells instead of... No, they had multiple cards in hand. If their plan was to just stack them... In fact, that actually felt so bad. I think the correct play there would have probably been to discard the auras. No, maybe not all the auras, just one of them at least. I have no idea. I'm still scratching my head on that one. Yeah, I'm also scratching my head on Streamlabs. Do I need to update it? Delete cache and restart. Maybe I might have to do that. Restart stream labels. I'll have to do that for next time. It's also possible that there's been some wonkiness here. Yeah, I'm gonna have... Enable in-game overlay. Show chat, show recent events. Okay, it's enabled, but can I see anything out of it? Probably not. Oh well, that's a bit... There's some weirdness going on, guys. It's... Yeah, the discard choices were Yeah, they were very sus compared... Maybe our... Well, Actually, the whole deck was no, I don't want to say the whole deck was sus, but the whole deck was sus. Okay, so turn 2 Vial of Dragonfire. It's expensive, but it's something. We do have to play at least one swamp, so... Oh, come on. Seasoned Hollowblade. Well... Well, we are... Well, we do have a soul... We do have a Soulfire. We just don't have it ready quite yet. I need to make our opponent discard tons of cards, so the correct play is probably just to play out the Caged Zombie. Just, never mind. They dubbed it. So I need to hit that Soulfire, or else we are going to have to... We're gonna be dead. And Lich's Caress doesn't quite do it. Yeah, we have... I might even just put this in now. But, yeah, this is a brutal one, too. Both cards are in M21 as well. Yeah, we'll have to... Yeah, we have to give it to our opponent. That was... Oh! All in. We need to draw that Soulfire. It's a 1 in how many? 1 in 30. So our odds are super bad. So we are holding the village rights for now, but the plan is definitely to just yeah, we might as well swing our opponent. We're not blocking the opponent anyway. Plan is to crack it to village rights. Hopefully draw into that, but yeah, that's a one in many shot. I don't know if we can even recover depending on what our opponent's next drop is. Yeah, the white X auras. Well, technically, we don't have to sack it quite yet. Actually, you know what? We might as well sack it now. Because we won't have another turn after this. Now, do we draw into it? And even then, no, we did not. Wait, we have one more draw step. If only as a moral victory, but we're gonna die to the Basri's Acolyte. Nope, didn't hit it. Yeah, that was very unfortunate, but godly draws. Well, yeah, that's sometimes how it works. You sometimes run into an opponent that just has... To be fair, it's not a bad plan. Like, dub is reasonably cheap enough. The Seasoned Hollowblade is also cheap enough. Our opponent just had the perfect curve. I don't know if our opponent had any removal, but I would not be surprised if they did. So, be it. At least we get to kind of go first. We will lead on Blood Burglar this time. Blood Burglar, Caged Zombie. Hopefully we draw another land so we can vial and kill something, or just vial Walking Corpse if it doesn't happen. Having the plan is somewhat important, but sometimes... yeah. Sometimes it doesn't come true. Yeah, most likely what I'm gonna do is at the end of the stream, I'm going to reset my entire I'm going to reset the entire PC. And I might have to reinstall Streamlabs, which is super annoying. That can't be helped. Oh, white again. Let's see if our opponent has it again. It'll be so annoying. Also, with the opponent on the draw, it actually, yeah, on the draw benefits them if they actually have to start discarding cards. In that case, our opponent never had to discard the card. They just had. We couldn't exactly punish it either. Well, Drill Master is fine. Hold on. I'm gonna just cast this to make our opponent decide if they want to chump block. They still want to chump block. Do I want to get that back or do I want to get something else? Technically, I do want to get it back. Because okay, Pegasus Courser. Well, we're not hitting that anytime soon. But any smaller play would be could be snipeable, more or less. I think our opponent is signaling that they might... Okay, let's just swing first. If they have a combat trick, I need to get it out of the way. No, oh no, they're just taking it. So we might as well just cast the Caged Zombie. Cast the Caged Zombie, hold up Vial is a reasonable play. Well, yeah, we'll do that. Opponent does Angelic Gift on an already flying creature, so they needed to draw a card. Yeah, it looks like White X Auras is a thing, so we have to kind of be careful. Opponent is definitely mono white. We will swing with both. Our opponent might... Okay, they're just taking it. So now we drop Crypt Lurker. We will discard a creature card, draw a card. So dub is an issue. Divination, okay, our opponent now needs to start... Is this the same opponent as last time? Yeah, you don't see Brash Taunter removed by Soul Seer. Yeah, we... Unfortunately, we also don't... Yeah, we're sniping this. Yeah, we're also slightly flooding as well. Yeah, we're now just trying to gum up the board a bit. Yeah, it's a shame our opponent had to wait to reanimate that, but hey, well, I'll take it. Meteor Golem most likely snipes the Crypt Lurker. I might have tried to snipe the Caged Zombie, but... Oh, we got another one. Our opponent can just chump block with both, so we're gonna hold back. Selfless Savior. Okay, that's a little bit annoying, but... Yeah, it's super annoying because the Selfless Savior is there. We need to find a way to trade it off. Also, this is what died this turn, so... We'll pass. We'll wait for our opponent to attack, chump block, and then tap stuff with the Caged Zombie. If we can get enough creatures where we can just start throwing our creatures away, we can set up that chain at least. We'll also need to start holding back swamps. I'm actually gonna go for this. opponent predictably chump blocks. Give ourselves a bit of a life cushion. Yeah, because this is now our alternate plan. We can get our opponent down to 1 this way. Vasri's Acolyte. Okay, the lifelink. The lifelink is going to be annoying, so we need to consider. Opponent is just swinging for a little bit, but let's see if our opponent sacks it. Oh, they're gonna sack the Selfless Savior. Please do. Please do. Come on. Well, even if you don't, I can still fire the Caged Zombie. The important thing is that the lifelink is gone. Yeah, Caged Zombie, very good alternate plan. It's a good thing we're able to draft into that. Yeah, and opponent concedes they figured we would definitely have a way to get one of their creatures killed. Yeah, we managed. Yeah, the important thing was to nuke the life link. It's a good thing it came very late. We did draw the Soul Seer then. We could have used it earlier in the previous game, but I'll take it. Yeah, that was a good one. So we made it to 1-4 gems, 3 packs. One more would be nice, but let's see how much more we can do. Again, apologies to those who reacted, but could not see it. Something is wrong with Streamlabs today. I have no clue. Well, this is why I usually I try to lean decks 10-6, 10-7. It's so that if we get the hands with the majority color, we're pretty much good. So turn 2 Walking Corpse, turn 3 Caged Zombie. Actually no, turn 2 Blood. No, turn 2 Walking Corpse. Let's see if our opponent just trades. I'm willing to just wait for the combat trick because it's card for card. Okay, no combat trick. Chandra's Magmud. So we will play the Caged Zombie. Our opponent probably just equips. If they don't have anything else, they did miss a land drop. They just equip. We take the damage. They're not equipping. We'll take the damage because that is super suspicious. Heartfire Immolator, that's fine. Yeah, missing land drops on our own is also quite bad. Now hold up the village rights so that if our opponent decides to, like, say, sack the Immolator for something, we probably just block this one. And yeah, just block that one, take the tree again. Let's see if our opponent does have a combat trick this time. This Feat of Resistance. Okay, they did have the Prowess trigger. So we might as well just sack this. There's the lands we need. So I now have options. I can definitely play Crypt Lurker, but I can also just play the Death Baron, but our opponent is likely to have removal. I can play Crypt Lurker, discard, say... I could also just Soul Sear the Chandra's Magma just to get out of the way. Actually, will not attack. Not too sure on that one. One more land will give us the Boneclad Necromancer play. Steadfast Sentry, that's fine. Fathom Fleet Cutthroat, that just punches through. It's still a 3x, so we might as well just cast it. It's still a 3/3. It's still reasonable there. Bogart Brute has Menace. Yeah, we could swing with that, but it's highly unlikely that our opponent's gonna block. So next turn we can just okay, opponent equips. They could sack that to snipe something. Okay, they're just going for it. If they swing a Bogart Brute, I'm willing to just chump block with everything anyway. Only because our opponent hasn't demonstrated that. Okay, so next turn, Blood Burglar, Mind Rot. Since our opponent is not definitely has a handful of gas, we're gonna tap some of it out. We have access to a Lich's Caress now, so that's a. And what did they? Oh, Chromatic Orrery and the Dragon. Okay. So them being stuck on mana is a real punishment. Yeah, we'll play the Caged Zombie. Yeah, Chromatic Orrery. Our opponent definitely. Okay, sure. I am tempted to just play the Crypt Lurker and discard something, but you know what? Let's play it safe. Yeah, we'll just play this. Plus, sack a creature is also an option. Opponent eventually hit their 4th land. Lands will have up Devils. Maybe we should. Well, it's okay. Opponent now finally hitting their lands. Just semi-awkward. Yeah, they might as well equip it. Okay, hit the land that we didn't exactly want, so. Discard a creature card. Oh. I could sack it. Nah, we'll just pass. Let's see if our opponent's willing to trade. I'm actually okay if they do. Though it probably signals that they have more stuff, but might as well go for it. Ooh, Demanding Dragon. Player sacrifices a creature. Decline. Yeah, opponents have to give everything up 1 for 1. Not so great for them. Let's see. And discarding a card in addition to its costs. Okay, if I don't... It's tempting to just put it on here now, but... Epitaph Golem. Okay, so now we have a good reason to stack it on there. So let's hope our opponent doesn't have removal for this one. Because Yeah, no, that's it. We got it. Whew, that was a good one. There we go. So with that, 5th win. Pretty good. Yeah, let's see if we can make it all the way. Any game could be our last, but yeah, we definitely liking this one. Yeah, I'm really annoyed on with the lack of the chat box. Something is wrong with the display source or something. Wait, there's a window capture up top. I should turn that off. Maybe it's all hidden under there. I'd be so annoyed if that was the case. No, it's not. I slid everything up top also, so I really don't know what's wrong. Well, I will have more or less the rest of the week to figure that out. Actually, I should have noticed it because like the week. Oh yeah, it's like overview, live chat. Case. Sketchy because we don't have early action, but we have our colors, and and at least removal is guaranteed to be useful. So we'll just lead on that. Okay, we did draw into something. Having most of your cards be on the okay, Caged Zombies back to back. I might actually choose to wait and snipe this first because if our opponents say we're to put an enchantment on this, it makes it very hard to catch up. But let's see. Yeah, opponent's not doing much. Let's see if they have a counter spell. Nope. Let's swing first. I have no idea what our opponent has, but they definitely made it to 5. Bone Dragon. Hold on. Our opponent's going to need more cards in the yard, and we might be able to snipe it with Rise from the Grave if we can draw extra lands. Discards a card and you draw a card. Okay. So I actually don't want to cast the Mind Rot this time. Actually, no, we'll discard the Mind Rot because the Mind Rot helps them get... It's 7 other cards though, so it's possible they don't even make it. We'll take a gamble. Our opponent is definitely forced to answer this enchantment now. Meteor Golem. Oh, that is an answer. We did hit the land though, so... I'll be annoyed if it turns out our opponent has multiple Meteor Golems, but... Wait, do they have blink effects? Not in these colors. So we managed to steal that, that's good news. And looks like, oh, Lich's Caress. Okay, so... Yeah, now we're in for a world of hurt. What we can do is we can do the Boneclad Necromancer to eat their yard a bit. We might as well just eat the Bone Dragon so it's no longer a threat. Hard late, that's okay. That trades. I'm fine with that. So at least we got rid of the most important threat. Demonic Embrace is still alive, though. Oh wow, that's gonna be... They could have bounced this back, but yeah, we're probably gonna lose this one. Hold on. Yeah, we can't even cast this. It's paying 3 life. We can't even block this one. That's another issue. You know what? Yeah, our opponent got us. Their last cards were lands. Yeah, we kind of got outdrawn there, but you know what? We did pretty much fine. So I'm actually okay with how we did. Could have done better in. I think we could have done better in the draft department, but the draft into the mostly black is a pretty solid choice. I regret nothing. And yeah, 5 wins is still pretty good, all things considered. So I will cash that in. So not bad for a draft token. We'll take that. That's gonna be it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Again, many thanks to Jericho Ilagan. Thanks to Tim Sopcac. Many apologies to those who liked or otherwise reacted, but I couldn't see it because Streamlabs. What the heck? But anyway, your presence means a lot to me, so I'm very happy for that. Right, Rocky? Your chin's not so dirty anymore. Good boy. So, okay, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. If that's what we're gonna be getting from there. I don't think I even had one of those. Yeah, that's the one that killed me. I'll take the mythic rare wildcard consolation prize. Yep. Anyway, that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week. Have a great rest of the year, guys. Take care. And how to... okay.